Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining us on this edition of News 2. I'm Sandra Guman singing our top story. The governing board of the Virgin Islands Water and Power Authority has granted the go-ahead for demolition of 4 decommissioned water desalination plants at the authority's power plant site in Crown Bay and Estate, Richmond. As we reported, the approval came during the regularly scheduled monthly meeting of the board held on St. Thomas on Thursday. The board also now approved WAPA entering into a contract with CDR McGuire to complete the design of 10-inch waterline rehabilitation project along St. Thomas's Veterans Drive. Both water pressure and water quality are expected to see an improvement, they say, once the project is completed. The design contract totals $219,000. The Water Distribution Division also received the approval of the board to enter into contract with Island Roads Corporation for paving services. Reimer also addressed the most recent downgrade of WAPA's Senior Electric Systems Revenue Bond rating to CAA1 from B1 and the Electric Systems Subordinated Revenue Bond rating to CAA2 from B2 with an outlook of negative. The latest downgrade by Moody's Investor Services came on Wednesday. He spoke of changes taking place at both power plants where all aspects of operations not related to the plant's functionality will be relocated, and that the authority was moving forward with fulfilling provisions of the Integrated Resource Plan. Meanwhile, after voting to approve rate increases, the Public Services Commission changed rates again. They denied Thursday night one petition for reconsideration and the reversal of a PSC order made last month on a temporary base rate increase for the authority. Earlier in January, the PSC voted to lower levelized energy adjustment clause rates and move one infrastructure surcharge from the LEAC to the base rate, resulting in slight increase for customers using an average of 250 kilowatts. Approximately 13% interim base rate increase was also passed, affecting those customers using more than 250 kilowatts and raising their bills about $16.20 per month. The increase also were meant to give WAPA more working capital for the purchasing of more efficient generators, among other things, but PSC members voted to rescind them for now, after WAPA said they need more time to go over the other items included in the interim base rate agreement. Well, during a board meeting on Thursday, GERS trustees discussed the continually dire strait of the system's finances, and GERS Administrator Austin Nibbs said, given correct liquidity, the system will be insolvent in the next 3 to 4 years. The trustees also voted to retain leadership and voted unanimously to reconfirm Chairman Wilbur Callender and Vice Chairman Edgar Ross. They also approved funding to repair its St. Thomas building and a water line at Havenside Mall. Well, Attorney General Claude Walker unveiled some plans for a new facility during a walkthrough Wednesday morning of a building formerly known as Cricky's Funeral Home on Belchingata. His details on the plans. A new facility will be the site of a morgue, offices, and training for local law enforcement officers.
As you know, the Office of the Medical Examiner falls under the Department of Justice. And currently the morgue is at the Roy Lester Schneider Hospital. But when this facility becomes functional, it will serve as the morgue for this St. Thomas St. John district and for other forensic science purposes.
It still has to be built out and accredited, but once operational, the Justice Department's new forensic facility on St. Thomas will help cut down on evidence processing delays.
Now, putting together all of these pieces of forensic science will take time and money. We're not going to oversell this project, but we believe it's doable. We have taken the first important step, which is to acquire this facility, and in a very short time, the morgue will be up and running. In fact, this was a mortuary, so many of the things that would be required for a morgue is already here.
Training in areas such as anatomy and mechanism of injuries, methods of collecting evidence, such as blood specimens, tissues, hair fibers, narcotics testing, and DNA.
For too long, the Virgin Islands has been forced to send evidence, forensic evidence, off island. And this practice has been very costly financially to the territory, and in many instances we've had to wait for a considerable period of time to receive the results. This has caused prejudice in some cases to defendants who have had to wait for a long period of time in order to clear their names. This is also of a negative consequence to victims as well. Many of us are familiar with the old saying that justice delayed is justice denied. We've had to dismiss cases because we've sent away for the evidence, and it's taken many, period of months, in some instances years, to get the results back, and we've been forced to dismiss the case without prejudice or with prejudice because it's been taken too long. A facility such as this will allow us to put an end to that practice, because we will have a local facility where we can do some of the things that are necessary in addition to having the morgue. So important evidence will be processed in a more timely manner.
Now, Walker said the department will be working to train young people who are interested in the field of forensic science. Counter two, we will keep you updated. Well, on January 26, 5 defendants pleaded guilty before District Court Judge Curtis Gomez to drug trafficking and money laundering conspiracy. Delana Magner, 23, and Kinia Blyden, 23, both of St. Thomas, pleaded guilty to possession with intent to distribute cocaine. Rasheem Morton, 36, of St. Thomas, Monique David, 40, of St. Thomas, and Tanae George, 23, of St. Thomas, pleaded guilty to money laundering conspiracy. The following individuals also pleaded guilty to cocaine possession on January 23rd before Judge Gomez. Nilda Morton, 32, of St. Thomas, Vania Marin, 34, a native of St. Thomas and resident of Detroit, Christopher Butler, 30, and Drew Williams III, 35, of Twinsburg, Ohio, and Tahita George, 37, Reniqua Hart of St. Thomas. According to the plea agreements filed with the court from October 2015 through July 2016, Nilda Morton, the leader of the drug trafficking organization, supplied cocaine to Vanier Mulrain, utilizing Delta Airlines employees, Tahita George and Reniqua Hart. The Delta employees then used their security clearances at the Sir Lee King Airport to smuggle cocaine to Delana Magner, Kanya Tirado, Kinia Blyden, and Jerisha Rollins after they had completed their pre-boarding security clearances, but before they boarded their commercial flights to the U.S. mainland. On 3 occasions between June and July 2016, airport security surveillance footage captured the defendants in the public restroom removing vacuum-sealed packages of cocaine from their bodies and placing them in the courier's carry-on bags before they boarded their flights. After the cocaine was sold, according to court documents stateside, Nilda Morton arranged for her brother, Rasheem Morton, Delana Magna, Tanae George, Kinia Blyden, Jerisha Warlins, and Reniqua Hart and Monique David to transport the cash proceeds back to St. Thomas, where she took possession of the money. Well, just a reminder, CAPA representatives, they have scheduled a community action meeting on Tuesday, which was originally scheduled for Monday. They are calling on residents from the East End, Friedenhoy, Red Hook, Nada, and surrounding areas to attend and discuss the wave of unsolved crimes. The meeting will be held at Montessori School Auditorium, 6:30 p.m. on Tuesday. You can call 340-513-4041 for more information. Well, the annual anti-abortion demonstration March for Life gathered today in Washington, D.C. and was greeted by some very high-profile speakers. And today's march comes as President Donald Trump is considering who to nominate to the vacant seat on the Supreme Court. Kristen Holmes has this report from Washington.
The White House sending a strong message of support during the annual March for Life on the National Mall.
This administration will work with the Congress to end taxpayer funding of abortion and abortion providers.
Vice President Pence, a longtime vocal opponent of abortion, the highest-ranking official ever to address the anti-abortion rally. President Trump's top aide, Kellyanne Conway, also taking the stage.
To the March for Life 2017, allow me to make it very clear. We hear you. We see you. We respect you, and we look forward to working with you.
The president himself tweeting, "The March for Life is so important. You have my full support." Tied to the anniversary of Roe v. Wade, the landmark Supreme Court case that legalized abortion in 1973, the march has taken place every year since. But this year, a renewed sense of hope among the marchers.
You are the generation that will abolish abortion!
As the president prepares to announce his pick for Supreme Court nominee next week.
I think we have a unique moment in history right now where we have the ability to maybe take the Supreme Court back to a constitutional court where this isn't a political issue, but the legal issue it was always intended to be.
The march today will end at the Supreme Court, where there will be another rally. Several activists plan on trying to speak with lawmakers on Capitol Hill later in the day. In Washington, I'm Kristen Holmes.
Keeping our eye on the economy, another teen retailer is closing up shop. Wet Seal announced it is closing all of its stores and laying off its workers. In a letter to employees, company officials say they were not able to raise enough funds or find a buyer to stay open. The chain has 171 stores in 42 states. Times are tough for American retailers. American Apparel LLC and Limited Stores Company recently notified employees they would lose their jobs in connection with bankruptcy filings. Sears and Macy's have also announced mass closures this year. Let's take a look at the New York Stock Exchange with the Stock Market Watch. According to the numbers there, the Dow down, NASDAQ up, S&P 500 down. Coming up on News 2, we have much more straight ahead. Some news from my brother's workshop, what they're up to. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Lawrence Olive, the director of the Bureau of Motor Vehicles, invited representatives of all car rental agencies to a public hearing on Thursday to discuss the raising of the rental quota from 3,500 to 4,000 as approved by the governor. He noted that car rental agencies seek and receive a slot for each rental car they have on the market. Some slot holders, he says, don't have the cars in service for their allotment of slots, and the government will be sending out letters giving those businesses 30 days to fill the slots or return them to the quota pool. Rules were also handed out and discussed and clarified. The rules include that rental cars have to be inspected. Well, don't forget to tune in to the State of the Territory address on Innovative Cable Channel 4 at 7 p.m. Governor Kenneth Mapp's third State of the Territory address will be held on Monday, January 30th. The Territory's chief executive will speak before senators, officials, and the community about economic conditions, government initiatives, and other matters. We will air the address on Innovative Cable Channel 4 at 7 p.m. Here's a message from St. Croix District Chair Democrats Loretta Peterson after the first general meeting. She said they will see a resurgence of 4 clubs within the next few months and an upswing in activities from the 2 now active, bringing a total of 6 clubs. She welcomed new officers to the table of leadership of the St. Croix District Committee, Vice Chair Attorney Ernest Morris, and Secretary Karen Chancellor, Treasurer Ronald Moorhead, Parliamentarian, Ophelia Nemi Jackson, Sergeant of Arms, Carolyn Burke. Senator O'Reilly was the presenter. Meanwhile, the Young Democrats, their organizing committee is preparing for the upcoming general meeting that is coming up on February 2nd, 6:30 p.m. at the Best Craft Cocktail Lounge on Company Street in Christiansted. They invite you to come out and meet, hear everyone, hear what the upcoming plans are. You can call 340-690-9758 for additional information. The members and staff of the 32nd Legislature sent out charitable wishes to the Bethlehem House Shelter on St. Croix with a donation of approximately 100 care packages. The shelter, which is run by the Catholic Charities of the VI. Now, the 32nd Legislature's care packages donation, they were funded by its staff and other employees exclusively and was done in keeping with the shelter's schedule for giving out during the shelter's annual count of its occupants. Brenda Charles, a staff member of the shelter, thanked the 32nd Legislature for the generosity for the 26 occupants. Charles also said the shelter received donations from the community as well as grants from the Department of Human Services along with federal grants. Well, meanwhile, the local nonprofit agency servicing VI youth called My Brother's Workshop, they made an announcement, which is good news for many. The agency, as you know, has helped hundreds of at-risk and high-risk Virgin Islands youth, keeping them off the streets through vocational training and counseling programs.
We had an open house today and we were showing off our new facility. Our new facility is consisting of a new educational component where our trainees are going to be able to go online and get their high school diploma. They also are going to be enrolled in different classes that are life skills courses like anger management, stress management, parenting, music, art. We also are going to launch our new radio station, so the trainees will be a part of that. So at our classroom and our educational facility, we have online courses, and because of that, we need high-speed internet, and our sponsor for that is Innovative. They've sponsored us on our internet and our telephone services at all of our facilities. And even our online presence is being sponsored by Innovative.
About a year and a half ago, I started the ICMC Vivas program, which provides online scholarships to people who have dropped out of high school and they want to go back to high school online. So through ICMC, we were able to sponsor 10 scholarships for local residents in the Hospital Ground and Garden Street area. And since we've started that program, we've expanded and we now have a partnership with My Brother's Workshop. So it's really fantastic. So now all of the My Brother's Workshop trainees, if they come into the program and they don't have a high school diploma, they're able to enroll into the school. It's called Smart Horizons Career Online High School. They can enroll in the program and go back to school online. And it's actually a real high school diploma. It's not a GED program, and when they graduate, not only do they have their diploma that's accepted at a lot of universities all over the states as well as at UVI, they actually also get a career certificate in any number of areas, including childcare, retail and customer service, food service, so in lots of areas where we have a need here in the U.S. Virgin Islands. So for individuals who are not in My Brother's Workshop, we do also have scholarships available for local residents. So if you go to icmcvivas.com, you can apply online and take a look at our program and see what we have to offer. So it's icmcvivas.com, and we definitely encourage people to apply. And I'd just like to thank My Brother's Workshop for this opportunity to partner, and we're just really thrilled to be out here today.
Some good news there. Kudos. While calling all models, pageant lovers, and those who just want to support our VI delegate, here is your opportunity to get dolled up and come enjoy the Miss Universe watch party. That's on Sunday, January 29th at the Keys Dueling Pianos, formerly Stars Nightclub, presented by Virgin Islands Etiquette and Leadership Institute. Here's Lisa and Kyle with more.
We are asking everyone in the community to come out, not just to support our Miss Virgin Islands, Carolyn Whitney Carter, but any country that they are from, any country that they choose to support. Come on out and have a great time. Now, it's not just a watch party where you come and just sit and watch the TV live. We're going to have various entertainment throughout the evening, such as Miss Universe trivias. There are going to be lots of drinks, beverages, nice, delicious appetizers. We're going to have fun for the smaller ones and, of course, fun for the older ones, men and women. Everyone, of course, who comes to this event, they will be crowned. We'll be giving you a welcome crown along with your scepter and sash. And you're going to have a sash that has a country, hopefully the country of your choice, we'll see. But it's planned to be a really wonderful event.
We like to give a positive outlet for the youth here and something for them to work towards. I'm the general manager at the location, the Keys Dueling Piano Bar. We do dueling pianos 5 nights a week there, karaoke 1 night a week, and it's just a great entertainment venue for everyone in the community, tourists.
That was Lisa Wynn Magnuson of VI Etiquette and Leadership, as well as Kyle of Dueling Pianos. YWCA members say it's a new year and time for a new beginning. They are holding a Girls Get Fit Day that will be entertaining and educational. It starts at 9 a.m. and involves many different sports, basketball, volleyball, tennis, plus presentations and workshops. A registration of $5 includes breakfast, lunch, t-shirt, and much, much, much more.
For girls and young women, we find, and we know the studies show that by the time the girls get to middle school, they become very conscious, body image, they become very conscious about how they look, how their hair looks, and they then start self-selecting not to be so involved in sports and fitness because there are other things happening. And this is the exact time when they need to be active physically, mentally, and emotionally. And after lunch, we break out into several mini workshops. So we're going to be having several of the chiropractic practices. They're going to be doing sessions on healthy bones, healthy preventing preventing injuries as you become fit and start doing lots of physical activity. We are also going to be talking about healthy body image, also healthy mind.
Again, that begins at 9 a.m. You could register right on the spot. Just head on down there and register. $5 gets you in. Love City Live is underway on St. John as we speak. The entertainment event of the year on the small island. A whole weekend of beach, music, boating, and more. There is an incredible lineup of renowned reggae artists. Events kicked off on Thursday, but tonight, Friday, January 27th, is the all-white beach party. And then Saturday, January 28th, many head over there for the Reggae in the Ruins. It's featuring Dwayne Stevenson. Sunday, it's the Powerboat Party. Monday, January 30th, they call it Back to Reality. Tickets are available online or at the gate. And let's find out what kind of weather we can expect for those heading out for that. That's coming up next.
Couple of stray showers out there this evening, but you know what? Most of the moisture for us is going to be well off to our north. Right around Bermuda, they're looking at some heavy rain. Here for us, just your typical passing shower. And looking ahead at the rest of this evening, once those showers move to the north and west, we will go mainly clear. Overnight low temperatures will be hovering in the low 70s, so nice and comfortable out there tonight. If you have any plans, I think you should be good to go. For tomorrow, we're going to have a couple of trade wind showers around. That's actually going to be the story here over the next couple of days. So just your typical afternoon shower in spots. St. John for your Saturday, temperatures will be right around 84 degrees. Hopefully you can get outside and enjoy it. It's not going to be a washout. Same goes for St. Thomas. Temperatures tomorrow on Saturday are going to be in the low to mid 80s. A shower in spots, and we'll check things out for your Saturday here in St. Croix, 86 degrees. With a few showers around, and then we will start to see high pressure just to our north on Sunday, and I think we'll have more in the way of a break from these showers, but those trade winds will pick back up as we get into next week. Here's your marine forecast for the Atlantic. We don't have any advisories or warnings to tell you about the waves, so up there a little bit, between 4 to 6 feet. The wind is out of the east at 10 to 15 knots. If you're going out there, hopefully you can have a great time. The Caribbean marine forecast, the waves are between 2 to 4 feet, so not quite as high, and also seeing the winds out of the east at 10 to 15 knots. We'll take a look at your extended forecast here for the Virgin Islands as we look ahead at your Sunday. Again, we are going to have high pressure just to our north, so I think Sunday we have less in the way of spotty showers, but once again, the trade winds pick up as we get into next week. Monday, we will have a shower or two. Temperatures all week will stay near normal in the low 80s, and then Tuesday and Wednesday, a couple of showers and spots, highs in the low 80s. Back to you, Sandy.
Thanks for that. Not looking too bad there. And Janai Aurelian of Ricardo Richards Elementary School is definitely looking forward to the weekend and the sunny conditions and cool conditions, the shower here or there, the spots. We're looking forward to it all, Janai. Always great weather here in the VI. Send us your news to weather picture to be featured right here to the address on the screen, and be sure to tune in. You never know when it's going to air. That's all for now. We'd like to thank you for joining us for all the latest. On behalf of all of us here at News 2, have a wonderful weekend. I'm Sandra Gomanson. We'll see you next time.